Domestic violence calls dropped 18% in Los Angeles during the first month of the stay-at-home order. And while that may seem like good news, it might actually be cause for concern. Los Angeles Police Chief Michael Moore says he's worried domestic violence is actually increasing right now, but is being underreported. And here to discuss this is an author and a childhood domestic abuse survivor, Tiffany Mensah, and someone I've known for a very long time. Tiffany, it's great to see you. I'm hoping that you and yours are safe and healthy right now.
Yes, we are. Thank you so much. Good to see you as well.
Good to see you. So, all right, let's get into this. You've written a book. I'm two-thirds of the way through. It's very personal, so you are someone who can speak to this. How difficult is it right now for children and people who are survivors or going through domestic violence right now when we're at home more because of quarantine? And as you just heard there, they're believing it may be increasing, just not being reported.
Yeah, it's very hard right now. What the agencies are seeing right now is that there's an increase in isolation along with increase in fear. So with that, you see the families if you already had these mounting pressures prior to and now the stay-at-home measures where that offender is always over your shoulder. You aren't able to leave the house, even to just take simple walks. You're not able to have conversations with family and friends. The children are hearing, the children are seeing, children feel helpless where they can't help their parent in the situation. So the best way to bucket is it's an increased amount of isolation and fear in the fact that they can't call because their offender is standing right there or they're monitoring their every move.
You know, let's talk about that. Your book was from your standpoint as a child going through a home that was, filled with domestic violence at times. The children, oftentimes forgotten, like your book is, the title there, they're often forgotten. We think of maybe the mom or the wife or the girlfriend, oftentimes, but sometimes of the male in the house as well. But what about the children? What is it that they're going through? Why aren't they seen, just from your own personal standpoint?
Well, I know a lot of agencies they do see the children, but what it is they're prioritizing the victim, the survivor, to get them in a place where they are more established, where they don't feel like they have to go back to the abuser. Because a lot of times, and a victim will try to leave for good 7 to 8 different times. The statistics show. So they want to get the parent stabilized as much as possible, but the child needs more trauma informed resources and counseling because you have that fear, you have that guilt within you, you have in your own internal anguish. And because, we parents may think, my parents thought, or they're too young or they don't know what's going on. Kids know and are smarter than we think. And so, because no one is having the conversations about it, we internalize it into our own ways, in which only leads to later on trying to inflict your own wounds because you just want to heal, but it's just leading down a path of of a tons more issues with bad relationships. And that's how you see teen dating violence go up as well, because if what you're seeing is happening at home, then that just continues to bleed, especially if it's not talked about. It becomes a normalized dysfunction.
All right, so let me ask you this. There's someone watching this right now, unfortunately, but just by statistics, we know who is going through this, whether it be a child or an adult in the home. So it's a two-part question. What do you say to them right now who may be going through this? What should they do? And then the second part of this question, Tiffany, is what about people who may suspect or know this is happening to a family member or friend? What should they do?
Yeah. So the person that's in it, be safe. You want to look at your statewide coalition. You want to contact the hotline.org. That's the National Domestic Violence Hotline. If you can't call, you're able to chat. There's an app called Are You Safe app that you can download. It's free. It'll take you through the symptoms to see if you are a product of these, because a lot of times domestic violence is more than a black eye. There's also the digital, the financial, the power and control, the isolation. There's all those different things, and that app takes you through it. Develop a safety plan. The most dangerous time for a victim to just up and leave is in these relationships. So you have to be safe and you have to have those different resources. California Partnership to End Domestic Violence is a great resource, along with the 1736 Family Crisis Center as well. for just in your backyard. And then also for those who may feel that their family or friend is going through it, do not judge, be a safe space. I can't emphasize that more. Be a safe place for them because they're scared. They just need to know that they have someone in their corner. Do the research for them. Find resources in case they come and ask you. Stay consistent with checking in on them. Just keep it very generic. Don't interrogate them. And also, you want to make sure that you have code words. I'm not going to say the code words online because obviously the abuser may be, offender may be also watching, but you and your safe person should know what those words are. So if they need to come in and help and rescue you out or meet you at a place where you can leave that situation for good, you want to utilize that.
Well, Tiffany, I appreciate you, and so many people appreciate your words as well. Author Tiffany
Thank
Mensah,
you.
thank you for stopping by. Stay safe. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Calvin. Thank you.